Hello, welcome back. Here we go. Why are we driving on the wrong side of the road? That's not how you're supposed to go through that intersection. What's wrong with the sidewalk? Ladies and gentlemen, if you're elderly, stay off the road, especially. He's gonna let me know. I mean, that's just stupid. Station Square special. Ooh, you gotta check your blind spots before you do a lane change. And don't force your lane changes. And you also need to be aware if you're behind someone like that, right? My right of way. Also, if you cut me off, just at least turn a little bit faster. That was not only a terrible timing, but just a slow turn, terrible driving. If you look at the signs, and I will be making a video about these sort of intersections soon, you're not supposed to go straight there. You're supposed to make a right turn. So if you go straight there, you will fail your road test, more than likely. And I also have the right of way here. So if I'm turning right, and this is my student driving, you're not supposed to be stopping there, okay? Those other cars technically should be yielding to us. So if you don't show that you're confident in this moment, you may fail or lose points or what have you. It's not the best timing for a left turn, is it, folks? Signals are important at all times. Oh, now it works. Maybe just when he tilted, the blinker fluid just kicked in. Got a pretty bad accident here. In a pedestrian controlled intersection, which those can be tricky because usually they will have stop signs on the opposing sides. So a lot of people don't know what to do in this situation. If you have a stop sign, you need to yield to anybody who doesn't have a stop sign. That is just pretty much that simple. Another one. This one was kind of crazy because this U-Haul driver just took out, I think, 3 or 4 cars on that right-hand side. And I've seen a few of these lately, a lot of these side swaps, and I've just been noticing a lot of bad driving. I mean, look at that. Those cars are destroyed, especially that Mazda. So yeah, a lot of shitty, terrible driving lately. It's getting worse and worse and worse every day, unfortunately. Here is the same accident, just from a different direction. A lot of damage. Not sure what really happened, but looks like it was probably avoidable. Here's another one. This one's also pretty bad. Car went all the way to the other side of the road, hit the pole. You got to be careful out there, folks. Somebody getting pulled over, driving on the wrong side of the road. Pay attention at all times. Here's another pretty bad accident that happened recently. A bunch of intersections were non-functional, or there were flashing lights, and a lot of people don't know that you're supposed to treat it as a 4-way stop. So people were just blowing through these intersections. You can just imagine what happens. Always wait for the cars to stop before you make a left turn. And that car is not supposed to even enter into the intersection in that case, but if you do, You got to do a little better job. That was too close. Just like right here, it's too close. That's not a safe gap in both directions, to be honest, but that car is supposed to be turning left from the wrong lane, and then they're just going to do a U-turn. I mean, unreal. That's close. You're cutting it close, buddy. That's also pretty close. That's why you always scan intersections before you enter. It's not a parking lot in the middle of the road. I mean, even this guy is like, what the fuck's going on? You can look at all that space on the right-hand side. I mean, you can fit a jumbo freaking jet in there. Why can't you just pull over? And these Uber, Lyft drivers, I mean, this is just another thing that drives me freaking crazy, stopping in the middle of the road. Again, cutting it close, pedestrian control intersection. So if you hear sirens, look around, be aware. Maybe you need to move over, maybe you need to stay stationary, maybe you need to back up in worst case scenario, which, you know, this still falls under the same category, moving over. Whether you're moving over to the right, which is more commonly, you might be moving to the left, or even going forward to clear the intersection in some situations. And there might be multiple fire trucks. Double left turning lanes can be a little tricky, especially when some idiot is doing a U-turn. Oh, the good Lord. Yeah. Change of hearts. That was a left turning lane, and that can also happen. I've had students fail when someone changed their mind and went straight even when they were in the left turning lane. That's why you always have to be careful. People do stupid things all the time, especially lately. As I was saying earlier, it's getting worse. I think we're just getting dumber as drivers. This is a problem when you let people in and you have no idea where they're going, what they're doing, or what they're intending to do. And next thing you know, they're blocking, 2-3 lanes of traffic. And people have these ideas that that's what you're supposed to do. If someone is at a driveway trying to enter, you're supposed to stop and let them in. No, you don't. You're not supposed to. You shouldn't. In some situations, it's okay. When the flow of traffic is not moving, when it makes sense, when the vehicle's not going to block all lanes or the intersection, whatever. But see, now he's trying to get into the far left turning lanes, and or whatever happened there. I mean, it's just a unnecessary shit show. Always look out for pedestrians, especially when they're unpredictable like this. Just decides to run across the street. Even though that is a crosswalk area, quote unquote, but okay, sure, you do you. And by the way, I just want to say that in most of these videos, it's not me driving, so bear that in mind. If someone is parking or trying to park, you can stop behind them. But this guy is just sitting in the middle of the road again, waiting for someone to leave. He's been there for quite a while. And, I drove by, I let him know he was upset. But he was waiting for, his mom or someone to get from the bank. It's like, okay, sure. Could have pulled over there even. That's kind of stupid and dangerous, okay? If you stop, you remain stopped, or you just floor your accelerator and go through the intersection at that point. Yeah, this guy. He was behind me. He wasn't happy that, my student took a little long to go clear the intersection, which is not great. I get that, but that's why you're not supposed to follow me. And then he got upset, cut me off. Or my student, rather.
Well, that's how people drive.
I'm going straight. I have the right of way here. This is, again, why you need to be scanning intersections before you enter them and make sure that you're not impeding traffic. Not a good position on the road. That's the point here. Okay, even in residential areas, you need to be on the right-hand side. When there's vehicles parked, sure, it makes sense. But, that's just pretty crappy driving overall. Which is, I think at this point, a lot of people say it's just expected from a Tesla driver. I get it. Just kind of all over the place. This guy, jaywalking. I'm not going to stop for you. Though, technically in that case, I guess I should have, because he was already on the road. And in this last video here, just to show some good-hearted people, and that there are still some good people and respectful people in this world. In the last few months when it was windy, we had some trees come down. This is up the SFU area, and some trees fell down onto the road, and some good Samaritans stopped and were removing the trees from the road so we can pass through. So we're just kind of hanging out and let that happen. So that's just another thing to be aware of. Always look out for the changing conditions. Wind, all weather conditions can create a lot of different circumstances and situations on the road, from visibility, etc., etc. So stay safe. We'll see you in the next video real soon. Cheers.